556.
It's been motoring on.
Hello, everybody. We are back. It's the ECF 24-hour Blitz Marathon in aid of British Red Cross Ukraine. And here we have, so I'm Women International Master Natasha Whelan. I'm joined by National Instructor Matt Ball. I'm joined by Sean Marsh and Eddie Coe. Hello, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
And welcome back.
And we've just catching up on the scores, and we can see that Dave Hayden and Keith Arkle are both still playing. So when I left at 1 a.m. yesterday, they were going strong, and they both still have games in progress. So actually, huge congratulations to them. And also another couple of people I want to give a shout out to who've been going for all the time so far, which is Stephanie Geldert, who's Book Trunk, and also the Duke of Bebington. And those two are both streaming as well, so they've been streaming the whole time. So big congratulations to them. And if you get a chance, go and give them a follow or say hi in their chats. They'd really appreciate it, because they have obviously been streaming for like 17 hours or whatever it is we're up to. So it's Book Trunk and Duke of Bebington.
Well, that's fantastic, Stephanie, because she actually had this winning position against David a couple of games ago.
Oh, did she?
I think it may have slipped away in time trouble, but she was doing extremely well. So
well, she beat a Grandmaster last night.
Yeah.
Yes. She had a win against a Grandmaster. So
excellent.
Yeah, doing fabulously. So how are you? How are you, Sean?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well indeed. I thought I'd dress down a little bit today with the classic chess colours, because when I was your age, Natasha, people had a choice. They had a colour license or a black and white license for the TV. So I'm just catering for all tastes today, hopefully, and allowing those who haven't got the colour license to still watch along.
Yeah. Very nice. And Eddie, how's it going?
Yeah, all good. No complaints on this sort of fine Sunday morning. I don't know.
You've been playing, haven't you? You played some games last night. I think I saw
played a few last night. A few, and sort of beyond hour 2, the games just started deteriorating pretty drastically. But yeah, I did play a few last night. And I saw the stream on, and I was like, oh, actually, I should play a few games.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine playing for quite as many hours. I think my brain would stop actually calculating.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah. And Matt, you played some last night.
Yeah, I played a couple right at the start and actually won the first 2 out of 2. And I had some other things to do, so I had to head off. And then I came back on a bit after midnight just to check in on the scores. And then suddenly I found myself playing. But I was on the second glass of wine at that point, and my ability to blunder was growing exponentially by the hour. And I played Keith, who's in second place. I played him a couple of times. The first one, not so good. The second one was level all the way to the end, in fact. But Keith had a lot more time than I did. So I could have the dubious claim of ever so slightly outplaying him in a rook and pawn endgame.
Did you?
The evaluation went from plus 0.2 to plus 0.8 for about 6 moves. So I take some kind of Pyrrhic victory from that. But effectively, one might just suggest that actually he was just moving while my clock was ticking down, and we got to this drawn king and pawn endgame, but he had 2 minutes and I had a couple of seconds. So it's as good as a loss, which is indeed what it was. So I'm currently 175th. For my sins.
And are you plans to move up the ratings later on?
I might give it a go after we finish. We'll see. But the adrenaline of playing for an hour.
Here.
Yeah, the adrenaline of playing for an hour meant I couldn't actually get to sleep until 3:15. So I've had 3 hours sleep, which is probably no more than you've had.
Yeah.
And here we are. So so here we got David, who's he's on a streak of 31.
Oh goodness, but he's worse in this position.
Yeah, I'll just flick
to
the tab.
To lose his streak.
and you can see there's only a few, relative to the total number of players, 296. There's only a few games going on at the moment.
Yeah. How many games actually has David played and has Keith played? You can do that by hovering over. If you go to the standings, standings, and then hover, you can see it there. 157.
Yes.
171.
Yeah, and Keith he's done 158.
Ah.
So, I mean, very early on, David was ploughing through the games. He's getting a lead very early on by finishing his games extremely quickly. So he established himself quite early on, doing very well in that regard. But I think this streak does that give him some extra points? So
yes, you got
there's your D4 move on the board.
Oh, it's happened. Okay.
So black is good here. Go Joey Cage.
Yeah.
It's not winning, isn't it?
A4, B5.
Yeah. So he's going to try. I suppose he's going to try for tricks, and because also like if black drops back, I was thinking this bishop would be nice on the long diagonal, but I guess white could play B5.
So bringing his king over first to make the pawn promotion a bit less likely.
Probably very wise, yeah.
I don't know if black should be thinking of. Oh, sorry, not that. King here, and shifting the rook away from the 5th rank.
Oh, but now he's got king E2. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like computer's starting to let white back in.
Could trade bishops here, but I might want to keep it on the board as well.
Probably a good idea, isn't it?
Mm. So now David's got it back to almost level with, according to the eval buys. He's back in it.
And of course, there's always the time factor for both sides.
Well, he's actually down on time as well, David, isn't he? So
yeah. And
Joey's just got to keep playing as well.
Yeah. Who's Joey? Is Joey Cage actually called Joey Cage, or do we know?
Let's see.
I can maybe look and.
Yeah, there we go.
It's Joey Cage. Okay, cool. Oh, he's not going to win this, I don't think.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to convert this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, within that.
Chase the king away and then take on B6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if White had opportunity to get the bishop back.
Oh, he's just he had to keep that pawn, didn't he?
Yeah, he could have checked on B5, couldn't he, with the bishop and then taken it.
It's probably a draw. But I think you probably lose your streak if you.
Yeah, he will do. He's got to find a way to win on time, but he's a long way behind.
Yeah.
There's a pawn down.
It's better than it was.
Yeah.
Much better than it was. Yeah. So you're still doing a lot of teaching, Sean?
An awful lot of teaching, or a lot of awful teaching. I'm not quite sure which variant it is.
I think it might be nice if you tell us a bit about the how chess in schools and communities is going. Actually,
it's going really well.
Yeah.
Obviously, COVID had a very detrimental effect on the whole world and us as well. You know, the main problem was we couldn't go into schools, and most of our work is going into schools, so we had to retrain every single tutor in the art of online delivery to keep our schools interested. And we were going into over 300 schools before COVID, and it took a little while to build up, but we're now almost back at that number. And we've worked very, very hard with a series of training days all across the UK. Our tutors are working very hard. Everyone's working very hard. And the schools are welcoming us back now. And everyone's searching enrichment. And we can offer a little bit of enrichment in the school curriculum with our chess, of course.
It's always good to have enrichment.
Yeah.
No, we have to say good morning, Sean Marsh from Female Nurse.
Oh, Ray Lynn, hello. How are you?
Yeah.
So, hello.
I haven't seen you for a long time. We used to play in the same team, of course.
Yes.
Until Ray Lynn went to this small place called America. I'm not quite sure where that is.
What I think we should do is see. Ray Lynn, are you playing at the moment? And also, Morning Ocelot. We need to look at one of Ocelot's games.
Oh.
To look at Ray Lynn. Now, if I remember right, Ray Lynn's ID is it February, something like that. And Ocelot's is Ocelot. So if we can find in the games.
Right. I shall scroll down.
This one will be a draw, I'm going to assume. And then if we can find, if you just click in games, Matt, I think you'll find it easy.
Oh, yes. That will show us who's on.
Yeah, and is there either Ocelot or Febray?
There's Ocelot.
There's Ocelot. Let's see Ocelot
Right.
against Greenbecker, who is Ben Gruff. And what do you think of this, people? We've got
Ooh, a knight on the rim is what?
Mm.
White's doing quite well here.
yes. Yeah, I think White might. Or what's White going to do? Maybe bring the knight in via e4 at some point, or b. Yeah, there we go. That's probably even better, isn't it? To b5, attacking that pawn on c7. And the only way really to defend that I can see is just to put the bishop back, but that's not the kind of move you
Very
ideally
sad.
want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe doubling the rooks at some point as well.
Oh, a6.
e6. So now, can White afford to?
Can we take this pawn or not?
Does the knight ever get out again?
Yes.
It's got a6 to come out on.
They can always,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be quite good.
or even try the sack on e6 if you can then because
Oh, you want to come here? Yeah. Oh, with the bishop.
Be hitting that bishop on b7. If you
chickened out. Yeah.
Also, if you took on c7, you could do bishop takes b6 next and secure the knight there like that if you wanted to.
Oh yes, as well.
Very nice. Yes, that would have been bishop
point.
there would have been lovely. But we play on.
Well, it still looks nice for White.
Looks very nice.
Still rather be White in this.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I don't think you can take on e6, can you? Not with the sequence.
To your point, Freddie, I think we want the rooks on the on the d file, don't we?
Exactly right.
There's always still the idea of taking on b6 with the bishop, when the knight gets.
Now you can. No, well, the bishop on b7's on freeze.
Yes, it was. So I mean, we could have played knight takes pawn there, couldn't we?
Yes. Maybe you go rook a7 now.
Rook a7, yeah.
But what do you think of that? Because you're saying the knight on h5 is.
This is looking better for black all of a sudden.
Get some play on the queen's side.
Got really nice, haven't they?
This bishop
is
not get trapped.
This bishop is not a happy camper.
Actually trapped.
How things can change in a blitz game. Goodness me.
Well, that's because I'll tell you why. We often jinx Ocelot. Ocelot because he's on the stream, isn't he? So probably heard some of our ideas and decided to follow them, and then that's
always painful.
Yes.
That's never going to help.
Following them in real time is the challenge.
This is quite a turnaround.
And this rook is.
Rook could be embarrassed.
Yeah. Oh, keeps the black bishop on.
In fact, we have bishop c5. Yeah.
Wouldn't be so bad. I mean, it's got b7 at the moment, but.
Yeah. Okay, you can double rooks, perhaps. Oh no, you can't. Sorry.
No,
you can't do that.
Horrible position.
It's always the same when you have these good positions for white. E5 just drops off, doesn't it, at some point?
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I used to play the Alekines, and that used to be my way of winning games. Was just get that white to put their pawn on e5, and then later on it would just drop off. If everyone knows what to do these days. I've seen Jan Moore is playing again, and Rockfall.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, looks bad.
Bishop b2.
Bishop b2 should be closing that one out.
Look, but I still got get. This is hopeless, of course. But I was thinking, either take on a.
Oh no, it's worse.
A controversial move, rook b1.
Yes.
Unlucky Ocelot. Playing, says female.
Right.
Are you playing now? We'll have a look for your game.
Female is playing now. Excellent. I've not seen one of her games for years.
Yeah, let's see.
Who are we looking for?
We're looking for. I think she's February 27. Oh, there she is.
Excuse me, down there.
Oh, it's Greenbecker as well.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. So female nurse is black in this position.
Very, very dangerous tactician.
Okay, so we're gonna expect to see some tactics here.
And the very second I said that, she swapped the queens
got
off.
queens.
Yeah.
Queens are off
Yeah.
now. So.
Keeping it simple. Yeah.
She'd do anything to hand me up, honestly.
Bishop G5, yeah. Bishop G5.
Yeah.
I'm going to see H6.
So both sides prioritize development. All pieces out. Proper classical chess. Castled. Everyone's safe.
Many tactics, eh?
Well, not yet.
So-
Not yet, but you never know.
E5. There we go.
Here we go. Watch it drop off
Right,
later on.
now we're setting up
It's the
tactics.
start
Oh,
of
yes,
it.
that is a tactic.
Yeah.
E7's
Okay,
going
that
to
is tactics,
drop
right.
off.
Is it going to drop off? Not yet. Well, only
It
in
only
this-
makes sense to take on
Oh.
E7, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You can take on
Yeah.
E7 because
You want to exploit the weakness on this square, don't you, as white now?
yes. So White's going to hope, because actually this is the same player as White as in the last game. White's going to hope the Ben was black.
Here's the other
last game.
colour, but now he has the
Yes,
pawn.
now he
So
has-
does he have to play? F4 here?
He might.
Go knight D6 first.
Good to see you too, Ben, if you're watching. Yeah.
White has
Okay.
some pressure here. This long white diagonal is not easy to counter. It's very,
Yeah,
very
that
tricky
pawn
pressure.
on B6.
It's in the air
C6,
once he gets the rook out the way. But no, so
And F4.
No, there is
oh,
a
he's got a
knight
rook on it
behind
now,
him.
isn't he? Yeah. Doesn't have
Yeah.
to play F4.
No, that's just defended.
I think the issue with black playing knight in this way means it's really hard to dislodge that knight on D6 now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a very
No
fair
black
point.
bishops or anything like that.
Yeah.
It becomes a
Maybe
monster.
Knight E7, knight C8 might be the most direct route.
Best chance, perhaps.
Black has to be rather careful here, I think. This long-term pressure is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
As
Be
such, his attack
careful,
position-
Raylan. Just be really careful.
tacticians don't like to be bogged down in these positional grounds.
I suppose you could do it via like
Yeah. So
G6.
gearing up for this, I think. aren't we?
Knight F5. You didn't mind that pawn structure.
Mm,
But the even the bishop on A6 isn't looking that happy, is it? Because if you do get a C4,
almost
Yeah.
was listening. That's good.
go
Just
Raylan.
swap off and double the rooks.
Pop off and double. I think that's right. Yeah.
I'm not sure we can.
Well,
Sides will
bishop
double
takes you
though.
can't actually.
Bishop C6 is in there. Yeah.
Bishop C6 is going to kick the rook back, isn't it? If you take and then rook D7, Bishop C6 is going to annoy you.
So
Mm. Oh, heading for D4 maybe.
except you can't. Oh, yes.
Yeah, you could go to F5 and use, as you said, that pawn structure might not be too bad. Yeah, there we go. Can't allow that to get to D4, surely.
Yeah.
I was thinking bishop B7 might have worked in order to double the rooks.
Oh,
Because once that takes, you take back the knight, then rook goes to B8, and you can then move your rook to D7 earlier
Yeah.
on.
So if we had this, you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you want to swap that black's bishop because it's not
It's,
doing too much.
Got a
Yeah.
side bishop on A6.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Now that's
Yeah.
a little success there
So
for Raylan. Knight in on D4. Looking
Yeah.
very,
The question
very nice.
is, how are we going to make progress as white with this blockage?
Yeah, I think black's making progress now because
Yeah.
the F6 as well. Too. I suppose white
So
just.
we've got this issue coming. Yeah.
I was going to say something silly. White obviously doesn't take that.
Might leave that open. Yeah.
both sides are looking for the exchange sacrifice.
Yeah.
Most
Tempting,
interesting.
but probably not working at the moment.
Not just yet. Wait till someone gets in time trouble and then
Yeah.
we'll see.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. 2 minutes
Very
each.
fair
Still.
point.
These entrenched knights are very, very difficult to play against in time trouble. They're
Ooh.
so unpredictable.
E5 is now going to be a very weak pawn.
Mm.
Very
Yeah,
weak.
and it can't be defended by the bishop, can it? So
Exactly. mean, the key difference here is black's obviously got the file on the F file here,
Yeah.
so it's not
Okay.
nice, I think, for white.
Oh, are we
Practically.
looking at bishop d7 then bishop c6 now?
Some chance to reroute, or are we going to trade it off?
Yeah, c6, I think.
Yeah.
Because then the knight will end up attacking e5, which has got to be
Yeah.
good. She's defending very well for a tactician. Ooh.
Ooh.
I bet she's missed your sense of humour, Sean.
She went as far away as possible to avoid it.
Yeah. Changing continents, no less.
Yes.
No small undertaking.
Actually, I'm very proud of the progress she's made, not just in chess, but in real life. She's done remarkably well across the whole board, quite literally. So very, very proud of Female Nurse.
Oh, wonderful. What's she up to these days?
She's a nurse in America.
Lovely.
And every time you see her on Facebook, she's somewhere else in America, doing all the tourist stuff. And I don't know how she finds the time to do everything, but she's doing remarkably well. She's really, really enjoying life by the looks of it.
Because she plays lots of tournaments as well, doesn't she?
Yes.
Oh, here's the exchange. Oh, yes, that's interesting. So now we could get two pieces, but a little intermediate capture.
Intermediate move.
Yeah.
It's very nice for white. With tempo now.
This knight is fantastic, and then it's much harder to get at this pawn now, isn't it?
But, rook f8 could be coming. I don't know. Swap the rooks off and then hope for the best. The bishop's good now. It's fine.
Because white can always go to c8 and pick up one of the a7, b6 pawns now.
So trade rook and go in
Yeah.
there, Freddie. Absolutely.
Okay, I think we've got to take the rooks and then play bishop d7 then.
Yeah.
Oh, no more. Pawn, no more.
Ooh.
Well, the engine keeps moving up and down, but I'm not sure why.
Just when you get low on time, you just push pawns, don't you? Look, they're both doing it now. Every move a pawn move. Yeah, off they come.
There we go.
It's tricky.
I think you probably.
Oh, c4 is going to be weak now.
So this is now fixed with a light squared bishop. May give black some new hope.
Both sides want to play h6 and try and get the king to.
Yeah.
Well, because.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. You had to get that pawn on a kind of square, perhaps.
C5 is drops off now, unfortunately.
No, that's
It's very difficult. Although white has very little time left.
Oh God, yeah, you know that is going to be the key thing, isn't it? You can't finish this in 20 seconds.
Gotta try.
You're gonna have to pre-move.
Oh, 2 passed pawns should be over, but
you got a pre-move, Ben. No, I don't even know
Just
how
got
to
to
do
take that.
Even in pre-moving, I think you only get.
There we go. That's what you need.
e5 does drop. I told you.
Yes.
Tactics. I told you.
But how do you take this pawn off? You need to get this pawn off in the next 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Oh,
knight
she's
e6
gonna
was the one.
Oh, no,
There we
no.
go. Oh, yeah,
She's
just
gonna win
the
on time.
Knight
My
needs to
knight
come.
e5.
No.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
well
Dramatic.
done, Fiona.
Yeah.
And this actually counts as a win because
Yes,
Yeah.
a mating attack was possible. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Congratulations.
Oh, fantastic! Very good.
That's
Should
So
we do
everything
that?
I know.
Let's
We did
move
Oslo,
on.
didn't we? Yes.
Should we take a look at Duke of Bevington? He's been streaming away.
Yes. Let's see Duke of Bevington.
Well,
Right,
I've heard of the advantage of the 2 bishops, but
Yeah.
The advantage, but the disadvantage of no sleep and having played chess. We're on I've got this written down somewhere. I think it's 17 or something. We're on our.
Oh,
15.
bishop here. Come on. Yep. There we go.
yeah, they're strong.
That's the end of that.
Oh, maybe
I'll
not.
play Duke. Yeah.
Time to play ideas.
Optimistic.
Just take it. Come on. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Going for glory.
Yes. Because now black should. bring the king in.
Yeah. I'll just flick to the standings. So, okay, so David's lost his streak.
Oh,
He's building
David.
it up again, but he's
Yeah.
still over 100 ahead of Keith.
Yes, we'll have to see one of Keith's games in a minute as
Yeah.
well.
So you can see the difference because he's had this streak.
Yes.
He's won 25 more games, but he's 100 points ahead.
Well done, Duke of Babington.
Yeah, nice work, sir. We could have a look at Magnus Carlsberg, perhaps,
Okay.
against Alan Bastard. And some of us will remember
we
that
do.
character from the new Statesman, wasn't it?
Statesman, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Late Rick Mail.
There was a Magnus Carlsen against Bobby Fischer last night.
Ah, the ultimate dream game. Yeah.
Who won?
I don't remember actually.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Trying to settle an old argument.
Okay, so what do you think of
So
this?
sometimes you wonder how a piece could get there, but
Oh, you got there.
look at that. How did that happen?
It might not get out there alive.
Vivek's got to find
I
a way.
feel
of
like a
getting
check
the
was
king in.
involved.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Greek gift sacrifice, maybe, which
Yeah.
Black did well to survive.
So Black just needs to put the bishop down here and march the king over, yeah?
You'd have thought
Yeah.
so.
So when he keeps moving the bishop this way, it's just got to keep it down here.
Yeah.
And then this other one's a goner. Yeah, it's going to the wrong place.
Playing for a draw, maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
is H5 going to rescue it or not? Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, it can always get out with H5.
Yeah. Well, not
Oh,
not anymore.
Not anymore.
Whoa.
Don't feel optimistic for that bishop, I'm afraid.
this is the ghost of Bobby Fischer again with the
F5,
bishop.
Yeah.
If you go
F5. Oh, right, okay. So
you can still do.
possibly
Yeah.
forcing a draw here. Yeah, that
Yeah, I
should
think
be.
we've got a
So
draw
now
now.
we're down to flagging or not.
Well, White's got a lot of time left.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Done the right thing there. That's nice.
Save the energy.
That's nice. We could have watched a lot of.
Let's see February against Keith Arkle. So that's
where's
Sophie Mondas against Keith.
Come on, really. Right, here we go.
It.
So, not looking good. Yeah, some pawns coming down the middle here.
He's going to motor down with this D pawn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no! Of course he's sorry. That's absolutely not what he's going to do. He's going to exchange queens and motor down with
Yes.
the D pawn. That's of course what he's going to do.
Mm.
Yeah, I think this is. Black's gonna win.
Ooh.
All right, let's switch.
Oh,
Let's switch.
goodbye. Yeah, that's that one done. Oh,
Okay. How about Rock
about-
Troll?
yeah, there we go. Tristan
And so
Cox.
Rock Troll's Tristan Cox. He's going to be on the commentary. Actually, he's on straight after this.
Excellent.
this looks like an exciting game.
So Rock Troll and also, sorry, I should call him Tristan, shouldn't I? But,
Yes.
but
It's with Amit,
they-
is he?
with Amit
Yeah.
and also Loz Cooper. Morning, Loz. Hello, how are you? You're awake.
Unlike the rest of us.
Unlike the rest of us.
Where's the
Okay.
rook going? Where is the rook
That's a
going?
quite nice little move. Where's F4 now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
yes.
then H5 could be hanging afterwards. It's
Very
just a
good.
swap.
Yeah.
And White's ahead on the clock as well. So if you get the initiative now, it could mean a lot. Ooh.
Eval Bar prefers black.
Mm.
Yeah. But White's getting back into it. Yeah, because if you take on H5 next, the White's got chances anyway.
I mean, the only reason is just because it's a exchange up rook for
Yeah. Well spotted, yes.
Oh, so maybe
Rook for a knight.
that
Yeah.
could just think about giving it back again, I suppose. Like taking and then bringing the rook into the FR.
Oh, yes.
So black has to decide if they're not going to take it, where they're going to put the queen.
So who's black actually? Zippy
Zippy from Rainbow, you know.
Let's hope it doesn't bungle this one then.
No.
Oh, first pun.
Nice
Congratulations.
work,
Wait,
sir.
wait. I have something for that. Go on, do it again. Do it again.
So Daniel Jones. Oh, I see. Right, excellent. The pun klaxon.
Crikey.
So perhaps very wisely, with the Queen not having a lot of good squares, the exchange sack has been duly delivered.
Yeah. I think it's quite nice because then, like, once they take back, you can go rook f8, and then potentially even rook f2 if the Queen drops back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great decision, wasn't it?
So, yeah.
I don't think it's White's got twice as much time.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Nice little check, although
the
Queen's hanging, so you've got to be careful. Undefended, rather.
Yes, so connected Queens.
Connected Queens, but undefended. Yeah, it was probably better on G6.
Always a bit of a worry.
Yeah.
You could bring the rook right in, though.
Yeah, or just protect the Queen first, and then.
How would you protect it? You could even think about, this might be a bit too soon, but King G6 to protect it.
Ooh. Put the king on a white square with a red bishop in the air. Yeah, an H6 would protect the Queen. But
I think White needs to get the knight in action as well.
So something coming here, maybe.
Yeah, and then at least it weakens D6. Yeah, if Black has to play a C6, then D6 is a little bit weak. But I'd be concerned by Black's time more than anything else.
Yeah. Oh well, and
yes,
in position at the moment now. But okay, but this bishop is on freeze, so
yes.
Yeah. And now White's certainly 95.
This is very unpleasant.
Oh, so this pin is quite annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Black just needs one move to bring the whole lot down, but which move?
Yeah.
Oh, 20
seconds. Got to get the king safe, I think. But there's not going to be enough time. Yeah.
I think this is just going to be win on time.
Yeah.
Oh. Knight D5.
Knight D5 now. Yeah.
Ooh, painful.
And interesting move. Yeah.
Take the rook with the Queen.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work, but it's a nice hit.
Oh, 4 seconds.
All right.
You can make 40 moves in theory with pre-moves. It's a lot.
Oh,
yes.
Right. Well played, Rock Troll. I'm sure for Zippy somewhere over the rainbow was a win, but not in this game. Okay. Right. Let's
give the nerve.
We could have a look at Jan Muraski.
Yeah.
So Jan's a very talented junior.
Who's Magnus Carlsberg, by the way?
Richard Bowman.
Oh, he plays in the seniors. He's a runner. Does long distance runs, I think. Is it? Am I getting that right? I could be getting that completely wrong. No, I am getting it wrong. Ignore me. I mean, that was the tones I was talking about.
Pawn hanging. There we go.
It's always these knights, isn't it? It's the knights cause mayhem in blitz games. Black's got to be careful, as a few things could happen here.
Stuff going down this diagonal.
Yeah.
There can move the bishop. At least this might be in the air. But okay.
Couldn't move the bishop because C4 would drop.
Oh yeah, nasty. Yeah.
So it's a little bit jerry built at the moment. He's just got to stabilize that. There's things like C5 as threats maybe as well. Something's bound to drop off here. Nobody can control us in blitz.
Yeah.
Oh, Black just needs to be a bit careful about the fork on C6 here now. Indeed, there's a rook that's sort of trapped on A8.
Yeah.
Where to put the queen? A4, surely. Is there a choice? Or is he looking at knight
A4.
C6? Looking at knight C6 already, maybe.
Considering-
straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
knight f5. Okay.
Deflecting the bishop to take this, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trouble is, you're going to end up with everything hanging, can't you, when you try and be too
Yeah.
Oh,
clever?
it will be. So yeah, if knight takes b4, you go knight.
Yeah. So this would come with check, and then we could recapture.
What about just queen
What
F8
about just queen f7?
or queen F7?
Yeah. And okay, so yeah, so the knight on f5 is going to be taken, but then also the knight on e4. So that's.
So this is.
Oh,
But you can throw in knight c3, can't you?
Yeah. Or
Bishop D7, I think, was quite good there.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the queen has to run back, shamefaced.
So queen c2. Oh no, queen c2.
Black just takes the knight with tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be annoying.
And then,
Must be
yeah.
some kind of move here because
Or
it's
maybe.
the engine's still.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes. Desperado, but
We have to do
you're still
that.
losing the knight at the end of it.
Yeah.
same old story. Just things just drop off, don't they?
Oh no.
Bishop D5, maybe. Bishop D7. But I think they're both strong. That's no way to treat a lady, is it?
No. Where is it going?
Back into the
Nowhere.
box, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
off the board. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Knight takes queen.
I thought maybe picking up a rook instead, but
Yeah.
I think queen takes D6
Right.
is you're relying on your opponent pre-moving, and then you get out with the queen.
Yeah. Smart. Yeah. All right. Let's have a look at Richard Bates. I am.
Yeah.
Oh, King's Gambit, is it?
It probably was.
So I used to play the King's Gambit, but you get into such a dangerous position.
Turns out moving the F pawn early on might not be the best plan. Yeah.
You had quite a controversial repertoire, didn't you, Natasha? Alyegin's Defense, King's Gambit.
Mora Gambit.
What is it now? London
All
System
of
and
those.
things.
Ooh.
Well, I'm a bit more solid with white now. Ocelot played 7, lost 7, but on average, opponents rated 700 points higher than you.
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, hang on in there, Ocelot.
Yeah. That's the danger of joining when there aren't many games going on. It's,
One year I did that. I thought, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sleep, then I'm going to get up at like 5 a.m. or something like that and play because everyone will be tired and I'll be fresh. And that will be how I can. But of course, the ones that were playing were like the diehard, like really, the ones that were in there to win it. And I still didn't get a good score.
Mm. So just in the standings below the first two, a couple of players who aren't playing at the moment, Charlie Story and Jude Shearsby. So Charlie was playing last night. I blundered a piece to him late last night.
How's Charlie doing? Yeah.
So yeah, but he's not playing at the moment.
Yeah.
And Jude, who's in fourth, Queens and Pawns, is also not playing at the moment.
But he's got a good. I think he was doing really well yesterday.
Yes.
Some good games.
Yeah. So Jude's in fourth on 243, and Charlie's in third on 257.
Yeah.
And neither of them is in action at the moment.
Yeah, and then next top Ukrainian player is
Yes.
Dushinsky.
Vladimir Dushinsky, also not playing at the moment, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So having a break. We saw quite a bit of Welsh Tiger on the streams yesterday as well. I appreciate Welsh.
Yeah.
Black's doing very well here.
So
Have Keith and David played each other? They must have done,
they must have played a few times
they?
by now.
Yes.
I guess it's a matter of how many, really.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, those would be the big matches, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Killing each other's streak at this point.
Yeah. Is David planning to play all 24 hours? Do we know? I suppose he must be right.
It must be by now. It's, you wouldn't get to this point having gone through the night. Say, oh, I think I'll give up now. I've done enough. It's not.
Because you might want a power nap along the way, mightn't you?
You might do, but
yeah. Because I read all this research and the ideal amounts of time to sleep. It kind of depends on. There's something about they just study rapid eye movements or something, and they say how long you should. And I think there was a sort of 15 minutes type amounts of time.
Fair enough. So this night's
true pros would have researched exactly how long you meant to sleep.
That's right, they would.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned earlier, can you get to sleep? It's all right. The idea of a power nap is fine, but can you actually physically get to sleep?
Yeah.
And in most cases, probably the answer is no.
Yeah.
Excitement of, well, not being able to continue your win streak, right?
Yeah,
that's why you can't sleep.
Yeah.
No, I could be
looking up some more points here. Oh, this is exciting one. So this is threatening checkmate on G2. Grandmaster.
Might spot it, but
I feel like the rook's going to drop if you're going to have to save
what white could do? Oh no, yes, that's true.
The rook is going to drop.
The rook is going to drop.
And this is over. Black's played really well here. Actually, this was a very difficult position to navigate.
It's lights out now.
So what you could go? Oh no, you can't. No, this is terrible. Yeah.
I think Queen H3.
Oh, take it. Yeah, there we go. Well done.
Yeah, Queen H3 might have prolonged it slightly.
Yeah. So Junior Tay, I haven't seen him on the.
Oh, that's Junior Tay.
Yeah. Doing well here against Mr. Bastard.
Well, this looks wonderful. Rook C7's coming in.
Oh, H7's dropping off now.
Well.
Oh, that's really serious when H7 drops.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
Yeah. Very serious.
Very serious. Somewhat terminal. One,
yes. I was a little understated with very serious.
One might suggest. Let's just check in on Keith then. So, hello.
Oh, got Izzy Thomas here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Izzy Thomas. Okay. We both know Izzy. You know Izzy, don't you, Eddie? As well. Yeah. So was living in London, now in New Zealand. Okay, and so he's got this exciting pawn chain from E3 up to D5, and he might be hoping to, for example, get a knight in. Black stopped it, but to get a knight in via E4, maybe via F3.
Let's get a knight in here, wouldn't we?
Perhaps in on F6, yeah.
White's king is obviously a cause for concern still, though.
Yes.
Keith's playing against.
Yeah, because Keith's now threatening this E3 pawn, threatening the base of the pawn chain there, and if that one goes, then the others are weaker too.
Is this coming? Is this going to be a factor here?
Queen C3, D4, I think, is the.
Use some pawn pushes and then.
Yeah, not quite enough. Yeah.
Here we find out how resourceful Keith can be when he's in trouble.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I mean, bear in mind how many pawns up White is currently, though. So.
Yes,
right. There is that.
White has all of this going on.
No, but White has also opened up this route for the queen to go across to H3.
Yeah, so this might also be quite juicy.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yes, very good point.
Keith's got a big advantage on time. Maybe he can use that, but obviously 4 pawns is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the only move then to move the bishop out in order to move to Rook H8? It is.
I think that might be wise because if you did
only options
before, then or knight d4,
Oh no!
Can you just go queen? You can just go queen h3.
That's nice.
Well done, Izzy.
But wait! Not about knight c2.
I don't think it matters.
But how do you get out of that? Because knight e3 is threatened next. So
Just keep going. King d1, king c1, maybe.
Stuck into b1.
no, but king. Wait. Does that work? Oh, so king c1. Then if
So
the queen
here-
takes on the c
so
file.
Here.
I think we can block with anything we like on
block on
c4
c4.
Yeah.
as a sacrifice, even because
Stick
black
something
doesn't have
there.
a chance to
Yeah.
take it.
That's fine. Yes.
So queen c6, just anything on c4.
Block on c4. What you don't want to do, you definitely don't, Izzy. What you definitely don't want to do is go king b1 and then you get mated on c4.
No. But I mean, apart from queen c6, there's nothing else. Is there to even try and do their things?
Because if you get, you can't
Even-
get the bishop out and do this defense that he was suggesting now because you're mated on the way.
Oh, you've got rook
Yeah.
g8, and then hide on f8.
No,
Rook
because,
g8,
queen
queen
h6.
h6.
Oh, queen e6 first. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so that's nothing.
Queen h6 is mate with rook g8, is it not?
There's no grovels with moving the f pawn or anything. So
No.
queen
This
c
is it.
queen
Game
c7,
over.
the
Come
alternative.
on then.
You
Come
got a
on,
block.
let's
You got a block. You got a block.
Anything on
Oh.
c4.
Hey,
Hey.
come on.
Keep your nerve now.
We're
Got 2
We're
minutes.
not
left.
anti-Keith for the
No, we're
record.
not
It's
anti
just,
an
it's
anti-Keith.
just,
about it.
it's just
He's a giant.
exciting.
I do wonder what kind of streak we're gonna lose. Keith's,
Oh, yeah. So now
He's not on one actually. Yeah, well, he's
Okay.
certainly not on one now. So
Okay, nice.
there we go. Well played. Well played, Izzy. Let's.
Can we stick with Keith and see him win one
Yes.
as well? If he
Yes,
wins
let's
his
do
next.
that. So you got a game
That was
going
very
on.
well played by White. Well done.
Yes. Where's he going? There he is. Oh, he's playing Alan Best. Alan's getting all the juice.
Who's Alan Bustard?
Yeah.
Because he's someone you know.
Star, he's a New Statesman. So you need Takovich.
Oh.
Anyway, in a shock move, Keith began with a D pawn opening. Wasn't expecting that. Appeared to have a Carlsbad structure.
Mhm.
Who knew?
He must have played. I wonder how many hundreds of times he's played exactly these moves.
Yeah.
Probably even this tournament.
I think he says in his book, The Arkel's Endings, he believes he must have played the Carlsbad structure more than anyone else.
Mm.
He probably has. Yeah, I
Mm.
wouldn't be surprised.
You just wouldn't want to be black against Keith.
So what he does is he'll put his bishop on d3. He might even swap these bishops, the light square ones, and then he's going to put his knight in on d3. Yeah, you watch this. He's going to go bishop f5 or something. Swap off those bishops, knight in on d3. Then, although what's he going to do about?
I think h5's controversial.
Mm.
I think White could even castle queenside and use h5 as a
Hook. Yeah.
He could, but I don't think he will.
No, because of styles. But
Yeah.
For example, in this position, I would just castle and then play g4. But
Yes.
that's not very Keithy.
Oh, we didn't even bother casting. See?
See?
Hoist by our own petard.
Indeed.
Right, I'm going to say some other things Keith's not going to do.
Yeah.
I wonder if h5 was a mouse slip because it was a very, very strange move.
H6 looked like the obvious thing, right?
Mm,
With the
yeah.
Bishop and queen
Okay.
lined up.
What Keith's not going to do is storm all the pawns down
No.
the
No. Oh, F5
Oh,
here.
yeah. This is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
This is not nice.
No.
This is
No,
not
takes
nice.
desperation already. Unfortunately.
Well, but at least black gets the file.
Okay, which side's are going to
He's
castle?
going to castle on.
Oh,
this
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been a mouse slip h5. Nobody would play that in that position.
Why doesn't White castle short? It's a blitz game.
Yeah.
For once in his life, Keith wanted to castle long, so we shouldn't deny him the pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to put his rooks on the f file, come around and take this h pawn, mate on aim for mate on h7, or maybe he
Yeah, play 3-4. Yeah,
okay,
swap everything off if you can.
swap the queens off. Come on, Keith.
Oh, they're off.
Oh yes.
Okay. There we go.
He
Marvelous.
didn't think long about that decision.
No.
Notice time as well. He's only used 45 seconds.
Yes, he doesn't hang about in these games.
Yeah. And
Maybe
that's cool,
30%
isn't
of them
it?
pre-moves.
Doing well in this tournament.
Yeah, poor black. You know, you got a big game against Keith, and then you do a mouse slip, and then it's just grim. But it's not quite bad enough to resign in the blitz, so you've got to play on for a while.
So you've got to get the knight round. Knight e2 to d4 to f3. King d4. Right.
Well, I think we know where that one's heading.
Okay.
A little grind.
Yeah. So let's just check some standings. So as we were, David and Keith at the top. Too many other changes just for now. So let's find. Let's go to Jan is in trouble against Crowded House, taking the weather with them. Philip Owen.
Okay. So this, but this is just a piece up.
Yes, but he has less time.
Yeah, a minute
He's
less.
got to find a way to make some progress.
Bring the king in. King c3, king d4.
Little king march might not be a bad thing.
Still 35 seconds. That's
yeah.
King's going back.
Rook 6 f7. Oh no, not quite.
No,
not quite.
That would have been lovely. Yeah.
King.
So now it's making progress.
Yeah.
It's not really happening.
A little bit of progress.
It's almost time to draw for draw before you lose on time, I think.
Yeah.
Jan is very resourceful in tricky positions.
Yeah, I think black will win this sometime. I'm pretty sure.
He's also got enough time of his own just to think about it and not blunder something horrible. So he's defended this. He's defended this very smartly. I remember we were with Jan at the was it European schools in Rhodes one year. My children were playing, and Jan was forever getting into slightly worse positions and then just winning. And that was not a blitz game; it was a standard play. But he just always found ways to come back. He was a great comeback king. So he's only a pawn down now, but he's
going to win on time.
He's going to easily grind this out, and there's no 3-move repetition.
King h6, I would to stop that.
Question to you all: if you were offered a draw here as black, would you take it? Have you any scruples?
With 5 seconds?
Well, now that it sort of depends on circumstance, but we saw. I can't remember who it was who flagged a Ukrainian player last night in this kind of circumstance.
Charlie flagged a Ukrainian player, didn't he? Yeah. There we go. So well done. Yeah. Nice.
Sad, isn't it? You play a good game for so long, and then time just gets you. But time is part of the game.
So,
we have one Ukrainian player playing. Should we pop in?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So this one, Maxim. Beating Zippy again, right?
And looking.
Oh, that's a bit tragic.
Quite tricky, isn't it, with queens and rooks on? That's this. Oh, now queens are off, so black should convert these 2 dangerous pass pawns coming down the board.
Not to mention the extra bishop.
Not to mention the extra bishop.
I said not to mention it, but you did.
You tricked me.
Don't mention the bishop. I did once, but I think I got away with it.
You know what? I think we speak the same language, Matt.
Indeed. I saw you when the English women's was in Hull pre-lockdown, wasn't it? And you did a to Hull and back session and a session on Cheston schools, which I thought was very nice.
Oh, thank you. Were you watching that?
Yeah, I was in the audience. Yeah,
that's fantastic. Thank you.
My daughter was playing in that tournament, so
to Hull and back. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. So.
Beware of stalemates, I think is the thing here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's the only thing. It happens to us all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy rook sack, isn't it?
Yes.
But it's not quite working at the moment. Need to get the bishop
Right.
into a silly square.
So we've got bishop g3, and
Oh,
then
No, check.
It's
No,
always
no,
gonna
no,
get
no,
mated
no,
though.
no, if he goes king f1, it's
yeah, it's
yeah.
got to go. Rook takes
It's got to
bishop
take
f1,
it. Yeah.
and then
So I
then
think
keep your fingers
that's
crossed. Black's got too much time to allow that.
that's all done.
Not, yeah,
There we go.
Black slowed down just a little bit there to avoid the
Yeah.
rush and the stalemate.
All right, who haven't we seen? Let's go to.
I think I saw an Indian player.
Yeah. So this is Vlad Tushinsky, who's back playing now and is
Okay.
in.
Let's see that.
He's in
Against
5th.
Vincent Sags, who I've played several times.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I've drawn a few against them.
Oh, that was it. Right.
I like one.
Really get see if they get a repairing, and we'll have a little look. There we go. Joey Cage. Right. Oh, Philidor action.
Ooh, Morphe action.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a gambit.
it's transposed to an England gambit, I believe. One of those really strange D4, E5 lines
Yes.
where you castle queenside and let them have it.
Mm.
Very good for blitz, I'd have thought.
I remember Matthew Sadler was using that at Blitz loads of times.
Ah,
I'd be intrigued to know what's the most popular
I'm
opening
gonna let him in.
in this tournament.
Mm.
Hello, Amit. We don't see you at the moment. Hello.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Certainly hear you.
Oh, great, thanks.
Amit, I think you've got an echo. So you might
Mm.
have the stream on in the background. In which case, mute it.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Oh,
I'm going to let
Queens.
Queens as well.
Yes.
these things always end with bishop h2 and rook
Hi,
takes 2,
love.
don't they?
Yeah.
Hi,
Every
can you
single
hear me
time.
okay?
I can hear you. How are you?
Yeah, good. A bit nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. Everybody's very nice here.
Yeah. It's all fun. We're all friends here. It's going very well.
Yeah.
And,
But I'm gonna boot the 7 o'clock clot off in just a second.
Oh,
We'll all go together till the end of this game, and then we'll
we've been
leave
having
you.
too much fun. Time has flown
Yes.
by. Goodness me.
Is that the great Lawrence Cooper there, I see?
Yeah.
Haven't seen you for a long time, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. We should meet up sometime because we've been friends since 1984.
Have you met
Yeah,
in
we must
person?
be an anniversary of our quick draw at Scarborough maybe this year.
That was a brilliant game, that one. All 10 moves of it.
We were both very happy.
Yes. Joint first. Well done. You were better than me then. You should have played on.
No, I was still cowardly even then.
How strong is a queen? Is it better than a knight?
I think we've still got a little echo there, I mean.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
It'll be you've got a different tab open, which has the stream on it, and it's going to be making a sound. So you can,
Okay.
if you mute that, or it could be, what else would have it? I don't know. Check your other tabs that are open, and if any of them have
Sure.
this stream on it.
So perhaps as we come up to the top of the hour, we should just say to our viewers, hello and thanks for joining us. If you haven't already donated, then please do, as that is the point of the exercise, supporting the Red Cross in Ukraine. And I think we might also just give Natasha a shout out for organising all this live commentary with so many people involved. And
thanks to all the commentators, obviously.
yeah, indeed.
It's really nice to see so many different people commentating, and I know there's people here who are experienced commentators. There are people here having their first time at commentating. Eddie, it's your first time, isn't it? And
Yes.
Loz, you're an experienced one.
Well,
Thank
now and then I get asked. It's not very often.
Yes, and thank you, all of you. I'm okay. Thank you, Anna, for the gifted subs. yeah, so it's really lovely, and thank you for that, Matt. Okay,
right.
shall we switch round?
Yeah, we'll leave you to it. Thanks for inviting us,
you.
and
Thanks very much.
good luck with the rest of the day. And
Thank you very
very
much.
well done on getting all of this organised, and
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
also well done to all the players who actually give us the entertainment as well.
Yes,
So, do you want me to stop sharing now?
If you stop sharing,
Yeah.
and
Okay, there we go.
I've actually forgotten who said they were going to share. I think I might have said they were going to share. We've got that written down somewhere. But if I say goodbye to you three, so
All right, I'll leave you to it. Thanks very much.
Bye, everybody.
Nice to
Thank
see
you very
you,
much.
Sean and Eddie.
Yeah.
Cheers.
See you all later.
All right, cheerio. Good luck.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
bye, and that's that. Right, Loz. We'll see if Amit comes back in. In the meantime, I can share my screen. And let me do that. And when everyone's all set up, then okay. Oh no, that's one more. Wait. Tristan, you're in. Sean, let me hide you again. Okay, right. We don't see you yet, Tristan. I'll show you the chessboard while we're there.
Oh, thank you, Anna Chess on Twitch for the gift sub, by the way.
Okay, now let me just. Okay, Tristan, your cameras are not showing at the moment. So if you want to maybe just leave and rejoin this, and we'll work it all out. I'm just going to get this ECF Charity Marathon Games. So if I get a game on the screen, how about... Oh, will I see Richard Bates against David Hayden?
Yeah, that's quite a clash, isn't it? Two of the strongest players.
Is... except that it's finished. So let's look at... finished and just... right, ECF Charity Marathon. Okay. Let me just find it all again. Chess.com, watch, events, and all current events. I will get there. And shout when you see it, Loz. Hi, Tristan. Let's just find this first, and then. Oh, that's better. I can see you. Hello, Tristan. We can see you now.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Hi, Tristan. Long time since I've spoken to you.
Yeah, very long time. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Just plodding along with life in Vietnam.
Yeah, I was thinking, I think it was 2000 you played Blitz in my back garden.
yeah.
A long time ago. Well. That was in the days before Ami started coming and winning it each time.
He's just having some laptop issues at the moment, but he's trying to get on.
I worked out what Tristan would have this on. Tristan will have not Tristan, Amit will need to mute his chess.com tab is what was causing the echo, I'm pretty sure. So
let me message him now.
Yeah, if you message him that, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the chess.com tab that was doing the echo. Okay, and I need to just get my link to the games, which I can do if I do exclam arena link. Okay, and then eventually, because when it gets in, he will do the screen share. Okay. Apologies, I'm just lost my bearings on how to get to the game. Do you have a link to the games, Loz?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm on chess.com, so I can access the game.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you just message me the link, then I will. If you drop that into the chat or the stream chat, I will get it. Okay, thank you. Let's do that.
David's got a 498-point down float, but I'm guessing he's had a.
Okay.
Oh, and he's won another one. Actually, he's white. He got his king all the way up to h6. I'm not sure if it's quite like Nigel's famous king march. But...
Hi, Amit.
Hi, guys. Still bad?
Oh, no, that's great. That's much better.
Hi, Amit.
No, sorry, it's still echoing. Or maybe it's me echoing. Okay, anyway, look, the chess.com needs to be muted.
So I haven't got any chess.com open, so hopefully that should be okay.
What I'm going to do, if you share your screen, Amit, I'm going to hide myself and go off stream, and I will leave you guys to it.
Do you guys want to manage the screen? Because I'm still struggling with my technology at the moment, as everyone would not be surprised about. So.
Okay.
Tristan, or...
I'll nominate Tristan because I'm not totally confident of doing it.
Hold on, let me just find the chess.com, the arena link, because I'm
going to post that.
I was in the arena and I got kicked out or something.
Yeah.
I shared it.
Yes, you did, and it's in the chat, and it works because I've got it.
I wouldn't mind just having a quick look at the end of David Hayden's last game because he did quite a nice king march.
Let's do it.
I don't know if we can. Yeah.
So.
Is my video not working, by the way, guys?
Tristan's video is working. Amit's not.
Okay, let me figure that out. Oh dear.
Okay. So, well, I'm just going to go into a game actually. Loz, I think.
Yeah, it's probably easier. Yeah.
How about?
Okay, I'm back in the arena.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing, and I'll let.
Should I share the screen?
Yes, if you share the screen.
Okay, 1 second.
Tristan.
Natasha, any idea why the camera might not be working? Does it just turn on automatically?
Because you're an idiot.
Yeah. you do have to give it access. When you join the stream, it'll ask if you give access. So that could be.
Just when I selected that.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute. Yeah, so I don't think it's a surprise for anyone that chess technology is like any technology is my Achilles heel.
I thought it was me that would have all the tech problems.
No.
So there we go. We can see Tristan's screen. Okay. That's good. I can drop off now. Someone does have an echo. If I put myself on mute, why don't you keep talking and we'll see who has the echo? It could be me.
Okay.
Does that sound okay? Any echo?
Yeah, all good. No. So I just put Keith's game on because that was the first one that was at the top from someone high rated.
Oh yeah, this looks quite.
Yeah,
what's going on here? So it's not the typical Keith Carlsbad structure. That's the first thing to say. And so it's Keith to move in a bit of trouble. So bishop f4 check is a big threat. And the rook's attacked.
There's a lot going on.
I guess this isn't the type of position you want when you've been playing for 14, 15 hours, is it? You want something nice under control, and you just want your...
It's a 96.
96 queen f1 is the problem, I think.
Oh, sorry. I was just looking at queen takes e6, rook a6, thinking I was smart.
Was it just lost then, is it? I mean...
Yeah.
Rook f3, still bishop f4.
You'd have to get give a few moves for white to move the pawn to h7 or something, maybe.
Yeah. Should we have a look at another game?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, things are just falling off, aren't they?
Oh. Looks like he's doing.
David Hayden's a great blitz player, and I think he's a couple of pawns.
Yeah, he beat me twice this morning because I played like an absolute idiot.
He's just very, very solid and strong, isn't he?
You played a few games as well, then, Tristan, I saw.
Yeah. Didn't do very well, though.
Oh, really? I saw you were on something like 200 points or something.
I just about scraped a draw with Keith and got 1-1 with Richard Bates. And that was it. Some of my other games were... I lost to an 800 rated player, so that about says it all.
Did he play well, or did you hang a queen or something?
I hung b7 in the opening to the queen, winning my rook on a8.
Oh dear.
But
did it seem like an 800 who got lucky, or was he playing better than expected? Let's say
playing a bit better than expected, and I think any move on the board would have won for him. So what's going on here? Isn't this better for what?
Sorry, what did you say?
No, I can't. Apparently, I can't count pawns.
Yeah, I mean, the free pawn's helpful, but it's not so dead just yet,
it looked
right?
scary with the queen's on, didn't it? I mean, it's still the bishop's still a little bit awkward, but I think as black, I'll be happy with the queen's.
That was not the way to.
Yeah.
And it's 2-minute advantage. And okay, now pawns are dropping.
Who else is there to have a look at?
He needed to play f4, I think. Okay.
Yeah.
Should I have a look at Matthew, see how he's doing? Oh.
So what opening did this come from?
Quite clear.
I reckon this is a caro, potentially.
Okay, that was good timing.
So we've seen a couple of games this morning where Keith's been caught in mad tactical melees, which he's still good at. But I guess when you've been playing for this long, it's you want to be on autopilot, really, don't you? So yeah, a couple of his opponents have done well to just create a real mess.
Yeah, I tried to create a mess against him this morning and played the King's Indian for the first time against him. Because every game we've had before last year, every game we had was some boring technical position in the Rogozin. And he just got me every single time on time.
Fianchetto?
Yeah, c6, bishop f5, and that b3 stuff with knight e4.
Okay.
The same as you had against, what's his name, that 27, Tomaszewski.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's very, very solid as well, isn't it?
Yep. What's going on here? Good for black, right?
Yeah, white's got some compensation. I mean, I thought he might play knight c4, but it's got some compensation.
B takes c4 surprised me.
Yeah, a little bit. But now c5 maybe, and knight c4 or something, or knight c4, or
it's one pawn, isn't it? It's
in this form of the game, it shouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah, there's initiative, isn't there, and a few squares to play for.
Black's, I think, going to castle, so it should be safe enough. Yeah.
Why did he take on F? That seemed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm expecting Black to consolidate now. Probably famous last words.
But this year, the overall title's pretty clear. It's going to be Keith that wins, right? It's not looking close.
Isn't it? Wasn't David?
Well, David's quite a long way ahead.
Yeah, he's on 592 points.
David's about 100 ahead.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I missed.
But I wouldn't discount Keith. I mean, you would think if David keeps playing, he'll keep the lead, but still, what, 8.5 hours to go? So.
Just trying to see who else there is.
I think it's fair to say it's a 2-point race, if anything.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, I'm guessing David hasn't had much of a break. I don't know if he'll be able to have one.
Has White got anything real here?
It feels very pleasant. I mean, can you just play Rook b5? I guess Rook b5, Black has to play Rook h8. Other Rook to d5, c6. Yeah, okay. So Bishop c5.
I mean, Matthew's definitely going to try and push it. So, but it should be a draw, shouldn't it? I think.
No, it should. Yeah, no. Well.
Yeah.
Some king coming into c4 and stuff. But c6.
Yeah, I'm not saying it with total confidence, but
now it's awkward a bit for yeah, the king comes to b6. Why is
the white rook?
Yeah, but for a moment, the eval bar went down very heavily from him, but I don't know what it was.
Oh, because now white can play king d3 and rook c4. Oh no, or even c3 actually, yeah. But king b6 is a problem. This is a huge problem. White has to play rook c4 now.
Yeah, I was getting momentarily worried about the white rook being stranded on c5, but no, it's okay, isn't it?
Now it's fine, I think.
Just a draw, yeah.
I mean, I suppose they've both got passport. I guess it should be, but it feels that there's play here. Both of them are going to try, aren't they? I guess.
Yeah, I don't actually even know who I would choose. Well, that.
Do you want to stick with this end game or look for something else?
I'm just interested to see how this there's sort of more life in this now, isn't there? Is Matthew risking losing, or is it? Not sure. Maybe it will just get liquidated.
Yeah, it's interesting that the computer says this is still equal, right? I mean, rook c3 and now rook takes g3.
If I was white against Keith here, I'd be thinking, oh no, I've messed this up now. He's just hoovering off my king side, but maybe, you know, king activity and
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you take on h5 and then rook h8 and h5, h6 maybe or something.
Yeah, that's quite a clear plan now. Now it's quite clear, but yeah.
It's fair to say the black king is a little bit away from the king side, so yeah, it's Should be able to lick
Yeah.
them. This may be quite a well played game for a sort of a blitz event, 18 hours in, whatever we are.
Yeah.
Oh no, 15 or 16 hours. That's right. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to fizzle now, isn't it?
Yeah. Should we go on to someone else? Let's see. Oh, so David's playing someone. Yeah. Oh, this is what he played against me as well. He's going to play like without C4 and knight BD2, C3 stuff. I had 2 games against this, and I messed them both up totally because I have no idea what I'm doing here. Maybe I just went D6 and E5 though. Do you know this at all, Amit?
I mean, I don't. I mean, I think it's kind of a system you just play and just try and figure out over the board. I feel, right. But this black's got a lovely position here, but I don't know if David was just blitzing moves, right? Okay, he's
Yeah, I was going to say C3, Bishop F4. It's
But I think it's playable. But like, I think if black's got the pawn on D5 in that opening, then there's a bit more purpose to it. I feel, but with the black pawn able to come to D6, I just feel it shouldn't be that exciting. But okay, I think it's just a bit of a blitz repertoire, probably.
Yeah, and they've got a material imbalance now. But yeah, it
I
felt
think
like
this is what he was after.
I'd have been quite happy with black in the opening. It's just quite flexible. But yeah, David's just playing with. Yeah, this is a game where you could think, well, David could be in danger. It's quite a tough pairing. Okay, E2's attack.
It's very hard for me to play like this with white, I think, even though it's a blitz sort of game, because you've sort of trained to not to give the 2 pieces away so easily. So even for a blitz game, I find it quite hard. But
feels like black's
black's pieces are a bit weird too, right?
Sorry, Tristan.
I said black's pieces are a bit unwieldy as well, right? I understand it's better for black, but it doesn't seem like it's trivial.
Bishop G7 and Knight C3 or Knight B4.
This very nice for black.
Everything is just coming in right now. Yeah. Right now, everything is coming in, right? Because now Knight C3, Knight B4, Knight D3.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to sacrifice C3. I thought I was going to try and...
Yeah, so I think it's really cracked suddenly. So
it's been a very nice game from black, hasn't it? So we've jinxed the leader by watching him.
I mean, how many games has he played and how many has he won? I'm assuming he's nearly won everything, right?
Let's have a look at the standings.
It was something like 170 out of 190, or no, 167 out of 183 is his score.
Right. Wow.
And Keith has got 140 out of 170.
Yeah. Oh, so David he's got the better percentage as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know if I haven't actually seen them playing, but I'm guessing they've played each other probably in the middle of the night when no one else was awake. But maybe they could have also had some sort of mini match at 3 a.m. where it's just those two sort of going at it.
I feel like I've had a lot of 1-minute battles with David, so he's definitely long matches. So I feel he's not going to be so disturbed from playing for hours.
I guess if it was just the two of them in the middle of the night, David should just stop playing, shouldn't he? And then Keith can't sort of reduce his lead if there's no one else playing.
Right.
But yeah, then Keith probably finds someone else to farm and catch him, I guess.
Who can we watch? what's going on in this game that we've. So. Oh.
So they've both lost their streaks. So.
See how Keith. Okay, so he's got his. Oh, he's got G4 in. Game over.
Oh yeah, G4 and G5. They're his favourite moves, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, this looks very pleasant for White.
I'm sure if Keith replays it on the stream, he would appreciate that comment.
Yeah, this is the sort of. These are the sort of games Keith wants in the arena, aren't they? He can not play with his eyes closed, but you know, it's just him pressing. And
is there anyone else?
Yeah, you can always play it a little bit on autopilot sometimes.
Yeah, this is it. He doesn't want the tactical message where he's being attacked, even if it's completely unsound. Although I guess you want to try and win the games fairly quickly as well, but he plays so fast.
That's the only thing, which is what I think David Hayden's style. I think the reason why he did that knight, I mean, David wouldn't play like that in a normal game, but I think the knight d6 is probably geared towards quickly ending the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's part of his strategy.
I mean, I think their strength is they're both very solid, aren't they? I mean, David's great in the 4 NCL. You just know you stick him on board 8 and he just wins. You know, he's just very reliable. And
he's part of the Wood Green team, of course.
Yeah, he's quite an underrated player. You know, because people will look at his rating and think, oh, he's their lowest rated player, but he's just so. You know, you can just rely. I mean, last year I think he won 7 games on bottom board, which, you know, it's bottom board, but you've still got to beat these people. And
I mean, his blitz over the board has been. I mean, online has been very strong for years. I know he's had a few really strong Title Tuesday results.
Yes, yeah.
I think he once got 8.5 out of 11, and I think he's also qualified for the British Blitz finals a few times as well. So from the London qualifier, which is quite usually one of the strongest ones, if not the strongest ones. So
yeah, I mean, people that don't know him are probably quite surprised to see him up there. But you know, if he plays enough games, he will just score very consistently and very well. And he's got the determination just to keep going.
Not quite going all of Keith's way in this one, right? I feel like
he's got a little bit of work.
G5 is the move I wanted. Oh no, F4 now, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Now it's.
Let's move on.
One move.
Yes, G5
was
was
the same guy.
not necessary, but it just looked so natural, even without it being necessary to stop him.
So David managed to hold this.
Oh wow!
Oh wait, no, King F4. Oh, where he's going to get flagged. Is there an increment loss?
No.
No. That's horrible. I think he's flagging him.
Yes, I suspect the assessment of the position is less relevant here than the.
Okay.
Oh, he perhaps blundered into a repetition.
Yeah.
And maybe he just needed to march his king up and down the 8th rank then and make sure there's no repetitions.
Is this Black's just holding all the threats, right?
I guess Rook E8 or Queen E6 maybe.
I believe the white player here is Kevin Thurlow. I recognise the name from some of my online blitz stuff.
I mean, you wouldn't imagine this is so trivial to win either, though, if White puts his rook on E5. What's the winning plan?
Yeah, I must admit, I was looking at the times as potentially being decisive.
Okay, maybe a winning plan is for black to exchange the bishops.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
Maybe.
I guess you
I'm
sort of
not-
Bishop,
you
bishop
just
A2 to
you
B1.
don't do much for the next minute, and then when white's really low, you then, whatever your winning plan is, you sort of unleash it.
I was thinking of coming around to getting into D3, right? Just seems.
Yeah, it's a good place to start.
Well, this. Yeah, okay. This also looks. Ow.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
Okay.
Rook C2, yeah.
Okay, Keith's one. Who else is there? David's already got another game well underway.
Do you have any tournaments coming up, Hammy, over the board?
That's a great question. I think
Be back in 1
like a
second.
lot of us, the English and the British are the ones that are coming up next.
Sure, yeah.
Nothing aside from that, to be honest. I think so. Just thinking about those ones, and then for the summer, I've got more time nowadays. So maybe a week, a month geared towards chess.
Oh yeah, I was going to
I'm
ask because you're still working, aren't you? But there's a bit more flexible. I'm sort of asking in the sense of making conversation on Twitch rather than in my sort of semi-official capacity. With Malcolm and DCMS.
We appreciate your support. I'm sure all of us feel the same. So it's good to have like that organization and also support for chess at the moment. That's great. But yes, I think the English and the British are just the only ones that I've really got planned. And then I think after the summer we'll have a long look around, but nothing actually formally got planned or anything like that. Maybe the European Club Cup actually with the Sharks.
Yes. Yeah, that would be good if the Sharks. Well, I mean, the Sharks do play quite often, but yeah, especially now you've got really quite an impressive squad.
Yeah. I think we had some impressive results at the recent Budapest Open as well.
Yes.
And Nasuta, I think his surname is Nasuta, but he played it for us last in the season finale. But I think he tied.
Oh yes. Yeah, I was following that tournament, and I was conscious of 3 players playing in my all-play-all were all losing rating points. That was my slightly biased interest in the tournament.
That's a shame.
Didn't change. When is your Wood Green International, Loz? Is that in June?
12th to the 16th of July. So I just need to get one more player, and I'm just keeping an eye on what people are playing in June because Dan Fernandez is playing 3 events in June. So I think 2 in Vegas and the English. So yeah, I may wait to see how he does. But,
I'm not going to fly Tristan out just yet. I think he needs to play a few more tournaments, but
yeah. What's Tristan's rate? Because I sort of always I
dropped down a lot. I'm like 2050, 2060, something like that.
There's so many strong players now, isn't it? Whose ratings have just.
Well, I played loads of private games with Vietnamese juniors. And that was just a disaster because there's not enough tournaments here. There's like 1 or 2 tournaments a year that I can realistically play in. So I was just playing like some matches with like promising juniors, and they're all like 1,800, but like 2,200 players.
Yeah. So what's the chess scene like where you are?
So it's like internally it's brilliant. Like they're doing a really amazing job with the Vietnamese juniors, but. A lot of them just can't afford to play in international tournaments. There's not so many opportunities for them.
It's a shame.
But there's a couple of kids that have just bombed up from they just went from 2,000 to 2,400 in the space of a few months once they got a chance to play.
It's one of those countries where I hear the name Vietnam, I think, that they'll be like really strong or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of
it's a shame if they don't
really
get
strong, but a lot of the players are just so solid. They work really hard on just drilling all the fundamentals. Like I know the main coach here, and he just got a great system going with them. So they all the juniors are like much better end games here than like most of the juniors I see back in England.
Yeah.
Guys, sorry, I think I had some issues with laptop again. So can you hear me? I'm on the
Yeah,
phone now.
Yeah.
slight sort of interference, sort of, but nothing major.
David's one again.
Oh yeah, we can see you. We can see you waving. Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of a funny one, but yeah, I'm sure there's a few people in British chess that know how bad I am with technology, including Tristan, who has to deal with it on a periodic basis. So I don't think it's a secret, but yeah, Tristan and I do some studies and work together and stuff, and I think he's usually yelling at me after about 10-15 minutes with my lack of understanding of chess face and things.
Well, I'm terrible with tech. I mean, I tried to stream once on Twitch, and no one could see or hear me, and I was just spent a few minutes communicating via Twitch chat, and I thought, yeah, I really need to. It's probably quite easy, but I'm just, I guess I wait for someone to actually sort of sit me down and physically show me what I need to do. But
I've been told by a shark it's not okay, so I need to up my game on technology. So maybe there'll be a newer meet by the end of the year or next year. So we'll see.
I'm sure your teammates will be very sympathetic to your plight. And but yeah, when you find out, you let me know then, and I'll try and be a bit more tech savvy as well.
Yeah, sure. Is this a good moment to say how have you guys been celebrating the victory in the 4 NCL loss? Did you guys have some sort of a team party or not yet?
No, I mean the strange thing is, I mean, there was no trophy there, so we had a photo outside, but it was just relief, and I was very conscious, a game point the other way, and we could have, say, been third. So, and yeah, I mean, it was relief for me, especially after what happened 2 years ago when we lost to our second team. But yeah, I've sort of tried not to. I mean, I've posted a bit on Facebook about it, but I'm conscious of how close the Sharks were, and they had an amazing season. And it almost feels like we're sort of all should be first equal in a sense. I mean, okay, the system is what it is, and yes, we did win, but yeah, it's a strange feeling, especially losing in round 10 and then fortunately just getting enough game points in the final round. But yes, it would have been nice to have had a trophy there, because otherwise it just looks like a random photo of people who are still there.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, right? It would be a deserving moment, a deserving trophy. But I like bishop c6 in this game earlier, by the way, a few moves earlier. It was quite useful. Just as black wanted to play something like d5 or something, he got the bishop out, and now this a4, a5 idea, even though the pawns are level, but it seems a bit scary for black to play. Maybe just pawn takes d5 now?
This is Matthew again, isn't it? Against, he's quite a good junior, isn't he, if I've got the right person?
I thought he could just have taken the pawn, maybe, but maybe he was worried, because if bishop takes d5 back, then you could exploit the pin on the d5 with rook d1. But maybe he thought the ending wasn't so clear anyway. But rook c1 is interesting. Black is slightly tied up.
Is there actually a good move for black here?
I mean, king e5. I mean, there's a nice idea actually for white in some position, maybe where you could almost exchange. If you play a5 and try and exchange, so I can play a6. It's not quite working. Can't quite make it work. But I mean, I don't see why black can't just play something like king e5 or something. H5. Yeah. So what's white's plan then?
I mean, I was wondering if black was going to go rook d6. Just maybe you don't need to break the pin. Sorry, to
yeah,
just sort of break the tension.
This is exactly what white wanted now.
Yeah, I think.
So. Now bishop d5 is very strong. It feels. Okay, rook c6. Okay.
Well, rook c6. I guess you just crack under the pressure, don't you? Sometimes just defending these slightly more, slightly less comfortable endings. And Matthew's very strong anyway. Okay, this is Richard Pert against. Not sure.
Any of the talented juniors playing this event at all?
I don't know the names of them, but if you tell me who to look for, I don't know what their handles are.
I think the one that's just played Matthew Wadsworth is Jan. Is it Maruski, or it's a name I've seen quite recently. I think he's been beating some good players in opens, but not quite sure how old he is.
There's so many around, aren't there? So tough to keep track of.
All strong, all scary.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Tristan?
I can't remember the guy's name, and Badasconi or something. I can't remember because I'm not in touch with everyone going on now. But I played him earlier. He's quite a promising junior, right?
Yeah, Stanley, and I think there's two. I forget the other one's name.
Frankie, is it? I think Stanley and Frankie.
Yeah.
Stanley's obviously quite impressive.
I should mention
very fast.
Sorry. Yeah, Jude Shearsby's in 4th place, isn't he? Queens and Pawns.
Is he?
He's not played yet today or this morning, let's say.
Big shout out to Jude.
Yeah, he's very good, isn't he? I didn't realise that was him until he appeared in the Twitch chat yesterday and said that was him. I think someone was asking who it was. So yeah, he's certainly got a good chance of 3rd if he plays today.
I feel like this position with white is something that I've played before in some position that maybe not that I'd like to, not necessarily that I even liked it, but something that I've played before. Though I don't like the fact that we don't have the bishop pair. So maybe now knight takes f3 and h5 for black. Just start creeping with the bishop on h6 and stuff.
Yeah, if I'd had to say who was playing this, the structure makes me think of you. I don't think you would have played b3 though.
I think it's weird because somehow if you can sort off the knight on d4 and play knight c4, it kind of makes a bit of sense. But I think I'd be wanting to play h5 here as white, because I don't like the idea of knight f3, bishop f3, and h5 for black, or even
stabilize.
Black's got the pawn break.
Yeah, or even f5. Yeah, so this is the issue. But I mean, now white feels very comfortable. I wouldn't.
Oh, yeah. This has helped white actually, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very strong.
Yeah, I like white now.
Suddenly, all the black pawns are on. On the same squares as the bishop. This is very instructive, actually. You've got a pawn on
c5. The importance of timing, doesn't it? Black's done what we think they should be doing, but just the timing is completely off.
What's instructive is that black's pawns are on both sides have their sort of central sort of queenside pawns on the same color, but actually black's bishop is literally staring into nothing, whereas white's bishop has got so much more scope.
It looked like white had bishop h3 a couple of moves ago, and I think the queen was getting trapped when he went rook a7.
Yeah.
I think now is bishop h3 possible?
Yes.
Oh, no, not that one. Or maybe rook e8, king e8, bishop h3, queen h5, bishop g4 was more accurate. But
yeah, I'm sure bishop h3 was there several times.
But this... still a little bit uncomfortable for black.
It's still going to be a nice grind. Probably g5 at some point, and then maybe the bishop comes in.
Yeah.
e6 will be weak. But...
I mean,
I think bishop h3 was winning the queen because you couldn't go to d5, and if you go to h5, bishop g4 trapped it.
Yeah.
Unless there was an exchange on e1 that deflects. Anyway, it's gone, and it's blitzed.
But this is now probably objectively quite even. Bishop e7 and queen f7 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean g6 is a target, but What is it they say? You need 2 weaknesses or something to.
Yeah, everything else is looking pretty secure right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
What?
okay.
I mean, this should be a draw now, right?
Yeah, they both got the same amount of time, haven't they? Yeah, it feels like it's one that got away.
It's-
Unless you. No, I don't think so.
I'm not convinced. I'm not saying that because of the eval. Just like at least white can try, right?
Oh yeah, white definitely tries,
But
but I don't know what they try.
like, what's the winning plan after black sets up? Who's the great player? I said this recently at a talk, but I think there's it's some guy called Magnus Carlsen who says that there's no such thing as a fortress, right? But
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, is there a fortress here? Because I was looking at some position and thinking of some position where black gets his king on g7 and white has the king on e8,
Now bishop
and I
H,
can't
bishop H,
and I can't see a move. But maybe black can play d5 or something in that position. But yeah, now what's going on? Is the white bishop getting trapped, or f5 is coming in?
It's going to be tough for them.
Or a winning pawn.
So now it's just
Now it's getting a bit exciting, but
Yeah.
so it's definitely not gone to plan for white, but it's still not terrible either, in that he can win exactly. He brings his king back. And how do you evaluate this? I think the bar on the left says it's level.
I'm so glad we didn't say, "Oh, this is just drawn. Let's move on," because it's actually got quite interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating actually, but
Can white?
what does black play here? King f5, king f7. Yeah, that.
Yeah, bishop's still a bit hemmed in, isn't it?
Yeah, bishop 8. King f5 was the move I wanted. Okay, bishop h8. Yeah, that's possible. King e6 now. Okay, bishop g7.
Cool. It's going to be a weird perpetual.
I mean, there's always a perpetual if white wants it, I guess, with king d5. But now he should have played king f5. Oh, he's white's showing a bit of intent here. So black is literally going straight. No, I wanted to go for the c2 pawn. Now white should win, I feel. But the computer says it's level, so I know nothing. Yeah, okay, black's. I wanted to play slightly differently, but it's slightly distracting with the bar right there on the left, right?
Yeah.
Makes you realise you're not very good at chess.
Okay, yeah, now it's more obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we know it's level. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else is going on.
Yeah, just keep the bishop on the diagonal. I suppose.
I think just king e8 and.
David's playing someone strong. Oh, wow.
Who's playing? Sorry, Tristan.
So I just noticed David's playing someone quite high rated, and it seems he's in some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone over 600, David. I suppose we should mention that as a land.
As a milestone.
Yeah,
a milestone.
Yeah. So Keith's not making any ground yet.
Some sort of promising piece sack here for white with the compensation. The light squares seem pretty bad. And now he just plays b4 or something and keeps the material. There's a few moves, but I think maybe just even b4.
Yeah. I mean, you could play bishop b5, but it's quite tempting just to try and hold there.
That's a nice idea.
Bishop f4, wow. Okay.
Coming into g6.
It's probably a stronger move. Queen h5 wins, I think, now.
Game over.
It's game over.
See who else is playing.
I feel bad. I mean, I feel like David's won a lot of games, but we somehow picked a few that he's.
Yeah,
he's
every
not-
time we go on to David and Keith,
I
he
think
seems to be facing huge attacks. But
we're jinxing him
we've got
somehow. So.
we're missing all the grinds they've had in between.
We've got one.
A5, love it.
So Black's just in trouble, yeah?
I think it's a long way to go. But maybe in a slow
It's
play
hard to
game.
believe that B pawn is going to survive the long run, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously like Keith's sort of position, but I feel to win it wouldn't be trivial. Shouldn't be trivial. Shouldn't be trivial, but
Yeah, it's tempting, isn't it, to see Keith White and think, oh yeah, he'll win that.
so Keith having a think. Oh, he takes the decision to take on D5. That's quite instructive, but he didn't want to give his opponent any counterplay with taking the pawn on B4. But
This looks
objectively,
very awkward still.
yeah, exactly. So I think he went for this practically. Objectively, I'm not sure which one's correct, but it's interesting that he took a practical decision. And now maybe just rook c8 and rook b6. So now Keith's completely been vindicated for his decision because he wins the pawn on b4 by force.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be quite instructive about how Keith somehow wins this, but I don't know. Put a rook on the 7th and march the b pawn up.
At least his opponent's got 3 minutes, so Keith will be demonstrating the win rather than, the guy just running out of time.
So he had to improve the king position because the pawn on d4 was weak as well. G4 Tristan, yeah. I don't think he wants to play g5 here though. H3.
Work to be done, isn't there?
Not trivial. I mean, I'm not sure what the best plan is because the kingside pawns for white are very weak. So it's interesting because g4 seemed quite natural, but you kind of swapped off a pawn in an endgame where you would have ideally liked to have kept a bit more on, I feel. But
yeah, so what?
yeah, the pawn on f3 is quite weak.
Yeah.
As is the pawn on d4, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see how white wins this at all.
So yeah, does he not now just dance with rook b4, rook b3?
Yep.
So Keith's gone for it. He's going to have to take a few punts, I guess, to try and catch up with David. So
yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? You need to be on a streak, and even if it takes a couple of minutes extra to try and.
Interesting that Black also chose not to take, so he slightly. Now he's taken it. Black's king is already pretty well positioned, I'd say. So not so far away from covering the b pawn, and the d4 and g4 pawns are still very weak. So white has to. I don't know. I'd be almost slightly concerned as white as well.
Yes, the king takes care of the b pawn, doesn't it? And the rook's well placed on f3. Yeah, so you need to get the king over. Yeah. So when Keith went to h8, should he have perhaps gone to c8 and c5 and to try and, at least try and cut the king off and make Black use the rook to...
Yeah, I'm not sure because I feel like that way the white rook is also badly placed. So it was very difficult. It was a tough decision because
it was very much hindsight.
Now white. Yeah, now Keith wants him to go pawn grabbing because now his king can also march up. So even though the bar is not moved on the left, practically this is quite scary for black. I don't think I would have chosen this as black. I would have probably chosen to hold with the rook on f3.
Yeah, you could just shuffle the king.
Okay, but rook f4. Okay, this is a good idea still. Sorry, yeah, maybe I missed this. Yeah, so black is still out of danger, but I think white is also fine because of his b6 pawn so advanced.
I mean, the opponent. I'm not sure who the opponent is, but it seems like quite a well played game by.
Yeah.
But obviously Keith always puts pressure, but the opponent seems to have played it quite well.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at rapid play results nowadays, I feel there's a lot of strong, a lot of depth in the opens and stuff. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, 2700 popped up. Any idea who that is?
Nope.
Who, sorry?
Professor Chess. 2700 who's just starting to play.
Oh, well. He'll have to be quick to catch Keith and David. He's Dutch IM. Oh, it's Yichin Han.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Of course.
16-year-old part-time chess player, according to his profile.
Hi guys, thank you very much for doing the commentary. We're coming up to 9 o'clock now where we switch over. So what I'm going to do when I end this stream, I'm going to play a short video about the British Red Cross and the appeal for Ukraine. But before we do, I just want to say a big thank you to Amy, Loz and Tristan. It's been really nice commentary, very informative as well. And thank you very much.
It only took me 40 minutes to get my camera working, so there you go.
But now we see you, and it's been worth the wait. It has been worth it.
Great stuff.
Been good, nice to catch up with Tristan especially, but obviously Amit as well, who I know really well.
Yeah, absolutely. Great doing commentary with you guys. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Over the past year, the sound of air raid sirens have become part of daily life for people affected by the Russia-Ukraine armed conflict. Hospitals and other critical infrastructure have been damaged or destroyed. As frontline shifts, more civilians are subjected to the horrors of violence, with lives lost and families torn apart, and millions have been forced to flee. We work in hard-to-reach places to support people facing the direct effects of the armed conflict. Beyond Ukraine's borders, our volunteers are helping people rebuild their lives and families reconnect with missing loved ones. The Red Cross is present across Ukraine and in many communities that have welcomed refugees. We have provided medical support to thousands of people, including medical equipment, drugs, and training for staff. We've helped people reach medical facilities in safer places and delivered mental health support inside and outside Ukraine. From rebuilding schools and helping people injured by mines, to cash support, first aid and shelter, our help has reached those who need it most, whoever and wherever they are. This was all possible due to the dedication of our teams and partners of the Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. There is still so much to do, and we will continue to work around the clock until long after the last air raid siren falls silent.